Now then, welcome, thank you for downloading or streaming this podcast. Please be advised, this podcast contains strong language, banter of a sexual or racial nature that some viewers may find offensive. If you are easily offended, please do not listen to this podcast. Spank your... One of the reasons why I do this podcast is because A, I don't get out the house much, and B, it builds my self-confidence. So every time you guys send a donation or an affiliate or buy something via the affiliate link, as cheesy as it sounds, you really are making my days that bit brighter. To see how you can help the show, simply check the show's show notes.
He got a bicycle! You wanna play 21? We got it for you, nigga! Jesus!
Jeff Harvey.
Living in the danger zone.
-5 stars!
How much is this guy weigh? Oh, God. I don't know! Look at the adjective!
Holy shit! I'm just sat here, just like, sat on my fingers, just waiting for the intro to play out and to do whatever. But anyway, greetings, hello, and welcome to the first ever Fox Spots. This is, I thought that this may help me do podcasts a lot more quickly, get things out a lot more quickly by just shooting from the hip and just doing wrestling, just dividing, just frog, eating a frog. If you know what I mean, you don't just eat a whole frog. You dissect that motherfucker. You eat the legs and then the arms and then you eat the fucking breasts of the frog. So anyway, let's get into it because I want to make this a half an hour to 45-minute show. What we're going to be talking about this week is the usual suspects. So you've got your WWE, pretty much more Raw based because no one cares about SmackDown. And also we'll be talking about NXT, and also we'll be talking about fucking TNA Impact. So let's start with TNA Impact. So you guys, hopefully you guys are following me on Twitter, which is the Fox what THEWFWO. Let me start again. Fucking at the THEFOXWOTWOT. There you go. So yeah, let's get into it. There's something going on. So we had the match between Awesome Kong and Gail Kim, which was quite entertaining. Not much to talk about there. I think the main thing I kind of want to talk about TNA at the moment is its title situation, because to the best of my knowledge, what they've got working over there at the moment is what's it? So they've got the heavyweight the heavyweight strap, the tag team strap, and the women's strap. Or the knockouts, if you will, and they don't seem to have anything else going on, which to an extent is okay. Oh yeah, the X Division. Forgot the X Division, but I kind of feel that's exclusively to a certain breed of wrestlers, like the lightweights and the lucha wrestlers. So I don't know. I kind of see that as kind of something else. But I kind of feel that it's kind of interesting who they have jostling for certain positions. I saw on Twitter there was a lot of excitement of the return of Dirty Heels in the tag division. To be honest with you, I'm really looking forward to Sunday's showing here in the UK, Challenge TV. If you're watching in the UK, please tag yourself in as hashtag Impact UK and join the conversation. There's a couple of us about. There's myself. There's Dazzy and Mr. D, Mr. Z. I'm fucking terrible at names, apologies. But the guys from Max Wrestling Magazine, they're always there. There's a couple of ladies that I talk to who are fanatics, and they're lovely to talk to. I believe one of the Knight families is tweeting Impact UK, but I don't know if she's legit, because obviously a lot of people still do love the Knight dynasty. So there's a lot of people who believe they are Brittany Knight's and I've forgotten her name, but Brittany Knight's mum. So that's who's to say that who's real and who's not and so on. Oh yeah, I forgot fucking Becky Lynch was in that stable as well. So yeah, there's a lot of people who have the names on Twitter as their idols. So yeah, back to the tag division, which is let me see if I can get up the who's actually going to be in this tonight's Impact Impact preview. Okay. Oh, Terence Terrell's back as well. No, I can't get anything up. But from what I remember, the Revolution will be competing for the tag to be. I can't remember how it's going to be. I think we're going to be crowning new tag team champions now that the Wolves had to give up the belts due to I think it's Davey Edwards, terrible with names, injury. He split his heel. He split his heel, I believe the injury is. So you've got the Revolution in there. You've got Dirty Heels. There's someone else as well, and I've completely forgotten. But what I want to talk about is the inclusion of EC3 and surprisingly not Titus. I feel kind of bad for Titus. I don't know if you guys saw the tweet that I posted about Titus, but what the fuck are they doing with him? Excuse me, that was me making a sale. That's the first time that's happened online. The first time that's happened with me recording. Apologies. So yeah. What was I saying? So it's Titus that's being left out in the code, poor bastard, and it's EC3 teaming up with Bram, which is fucking brilliant, by the way. That was legitimately me being very surprised on the Max Wrestling podcast of Bram being a part of Ascension. It's almost a blessing because that stable has gone really fucking lowbrow. Like people were saying, it's a fucking mess at the moment, which is sad if I'm being honest. It's really sad to see because they were really dominant in NXT, not so much in the WWE. It might be I try desperately not to read the dirt sheets of wrestling, the wrestling dirt sheets. So I have no idea what's happening backstage, but there seems to be some kind of frustration with the Ascension, and they're not getting the fights that they have been getting in NXT. And I don't know if it's Vince's fault. I don't know if it's creative's fault. I don't even know if they are pissing off a lot of people backstage. There's nothing. Speaking of nothing, I've not got. Yeah, for some reason I can't find the sale that I've made. By the way, if it is a podcast listener who did give me this sale, thank you so much. This is what I'm doing to try and boot myself up the arse in terms of being a performing artist, and also to give myself the strength to actually do something. To talk, to give the confidence of myself to talk. So, but yeah, the Ascension is just really fucking a mess at the moment, and it seems like Bram kind of left that at the perfect time to join TNA and become the fucking monster that he was. I think I kind of saw that Connor was the weak link. He wasn't. And it kind of seems to me the other guy who replaced Bram, I never got that. I mean, I kind of feel that the other guy who replaced Bram works better as a solo competitor. And I really hope that, what happens with the Ascension, we get to see more of that guy whose fucking name has escaped me. But yeah, it was kind of surprising to see EC3 team with Bram, but it's a pleasant surprise because it gave me the opportunity to see, to realise Bram's work in the past. And Bram's work presently. I think he may be one of my favourite heels in the world at the moment. The only person that beats him is Seth Rollins. So yeah, the tag team picture at the moment, it's stacked, and I'm kind of worried that after this week's show, what happens with those who aren't doing great, who didn't do great in the competition? Do they turn their attention back to the heavyweight picture? Because particularly with Dirty Hills, you've got two people who were very active in the consideration of the heavyweight strap, and for some reason they kind of turn their attention to the tag division, and I'm like, okay, that's cool, because people in the Impact UK tag were creaming themselves. They couldn't wait to see Dirty Hills back in the ring. I missed that, so I was kind of like, oh, I don't know if this is a good idea. I much prefer A-Double and Bobby Roode to be in consideration. At the moment, we've got, it seems to be leaning towards a feud between Eric Young and Kurt Angle, and I think that would be another first time ever. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that will be another first time ever, and that'll be interesting to see. But I think Lashley's been written out, particularly the way that the triple threat finished on that Sunday. He's been written out. I'm going to take a wild stab at this and say that he's probably been written out to do some more MMA fights. I think he's preparing for another fight. So it's kind of like the Brock Lesnar thing that's happening with that. But I'm kind of itching my head and kind of thinking to myself, well, how long is this Eric Young Kurt Angle thing going to go on for? Yeah, I'm really intrigued about that. So let's move on to the WWE. And why is my thing just froze? Oh, that was kind of frightening for a second there. Yeah, so let's move on to the WWE, and let's talk about Monday Night Raw. Let me just grab my notes here. I was actually in the process of grabbing my notes and discussing and preparing for it. Bear with me. Sorry, Catherine's just came up on my screen, and my God, that woman is fit, ridiculously fit. So we're starting to see what's happening in terms of the WWE and their next pay-per-view. If you were listening to the Max Wrestling podcast that I did with those boys, I was saying that this is probably it's in terms of creating feuds and storylines and the psychology of building these feuds. It's probably one of the toughest cards to stack, because we've got rather than like this 4 to 5 week period that you normally have, you now got this this 2 to 3 week fucking window to deal with, and it's tricky. So I'm just trying to get the results. So yeah, we're beginning to see what the card's going to look like. We've got John Cena against Rusev, with a stipulation that nobody cares about. Frankly, if they're gonna bury Rusev, fucking bury him. No, actually, no. I take that back. Actually, if I was Rusev and if I was creative, because we're gonna let's be honest, we're all expecting Cena to bury Rusev, which is sad. The fact that that we're gonna do the whole rematch thing, it kind of makes me sad, because Rusev is a beast. And he's another person that came from NXT, but he kind of went from NXT, whoosh, the fast lane, to the WWE, and I feel that, oh, there you go, it's going to be a Russian a Russian chain match, which I'm assuming is just going to be, I don't know, a fucking chain on a stick, but like the chain's gonna be in Russian or some shit. I don't fucking care. But the main thing I want to talk about is the Diva Battle Royale, which it was kind of hyped, and it was great that it was hyped, but the timing that they gave for it, are you kidding me? A 10-minute match? A 10-minute match? So basically, what we were left with was this fucking clusterfuck of the first 3-4 minutes of just like elimination, which was fucking. It was so boring to watch. It was so boring in a sense that I said this on the Max Wrestling podcast. It makes me so angry. Summer Rae was one of the first people to get eliminated. Emma didn't last very long. I did kind of say that I would imagine that the final two would be Cameron, and Naomi would get that push. But I also forgot that it was in London, and obviously Paige's home country. So we saw the end of that, and it was kind of nice. It was kind of underdoggy. I'm sorry, but every time I see a fucking headlock, I always think of the Benoit spot from the Royal Rumble that he won to go on to WrestleMania, and this is fucking twice twice in the space of what, fucking 5 weeks. That spot's been repeated, but Paige did that spot on the second rope, and then it was pulled off, and yeah, I always kind of think of that. And then I have to be honest with you, that heel turn from Naomi, it was relatively quite well done, and no one saw it coming. We kind of thought that we would have Naomi challenge as a face Nikki Bella for the Divas title, but the fact that that Naomi has turned now, it kind of begs the question: at Extreme Rules, are we going to see a triple threat between Naomi, Paige, and Nikki? How is that going to work? It's going to be interesting to see in terms of story wise what they do, and you kind of have to say that it's kind of well played what they're doing, and it kind of links to the give Divas a chance, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. And I think another thing that the Ascension being beaten by the Lucha Dragons, you can't, again, this is what I was talking about earlier on. Oh, what was the other guy's name? Rick something. No one cares. So yeah, let's move on from that. Okay, so we kind of get the idea that once again it's going to be Big Show and Roman Reigns. I actually like the Big Show as a heel. I just for some own reason I can't see him do the Andre the Giant thing of like being nice to everyone when he was how much of Andre's run he was a face. But let me see if a stipulation's been made for Extreme Rules. It hasn't. But I feel this is the first time that we're seeing Roman Reigns in a situation where he is, where he's trying to build up some momentum after the loss at WrestleMania. I kind of feel that Roman Reigns is... Oh, shit! I'm sorry, I've just seen that Paige is injured. So, sorry, this is breaking news to me. I didn't realise that. Okay. Following a medical consult, during a medical, Paige's doctors have advised her not to compete after further notice. That's interesting. What's the injury? External injuries as a result from the attack. I hate that fucking Diva of Tomorrow's bullshit. Bring back Anti-Diva. Why is not being a diva? Oh, I'm confused because they're still billing it's going to be Paige against Nikki Bella. I'm fucking confused. I'm really confused. I don't know how this is going to work. Okay, so whatever. So let's move on. Yeah, back to Roman Reigns. Yeah, I kind of feel that he's trying to build momentum up again after the huge Royal Rumble, WrestleMania that he had. And to be honest with you, he had a great Mania. He looked very strong. He still took that ass whipping, but he also was able to give that as well. So for me, that was it was a great match, but I just loved the violence of that match until Seth Rollins cashed in. And I kind of feel that after WrestleMania, they put him with Big Show. That kind of sucks. So yeah, it would appear that it's going to be a steel cage, Orton against against Rollins for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship belt, and that's also interesting to me because it also there's you always talk about giving something back in the wrestling business, and I cast my mind back to when Randy Orton fought Shawn Michaels, and Shawn Michaels wasn't allowed to use his super kick, Sweet Chin Music. I believe this was Armageddon 2007. Don't quote me, but it was an interesting match because the psychology used in that match was completely different, and to me that's still one of my favorite matches because the storytelling was was really interesting, and the chemistry between those two was great until you kind of feel that Michaels was being Michaels and was just cunting him off whenever he could, particularly with that end bit. Michaels is shouting to Orton at the end, "Close your fucking eyes," after Orton ate that Sweet Chin Music. Whereas I saw what Orton was trying to do, and I thought it was a clever way to sell that move. You can get knocked out and have your eyes open, and that pissed Michaels off. But fine, whatever. So yeah, so I believe that's really all to talk about in terms of WWE. But I will say two things. It's time to push Ambrose in the heavyweight title picture again. I really, really hope sooner or later we will see once again the triple threat match between Rollins, Reigns, and Ambrose. I will try, if I remember, to post a link to their first match that they had in Florida Championship Wrestling, which was a fucking brilliant match. And if I can find it, I can link it. And just to have, and I feel that it's a feud that would write itself. You know, you've got the Brotherhood of the Shield. I just feel that it would be such a great match, and I need to hurry up because I'm running out of time. But I really feel that that's something that should be booked pretty sharpish now that Rollins has the belt. And I just hope that the right people are put in the championship picture now that Rollins has the strap. Another thing I want to talk about is there's 2 weeks. Well, actually about 14 days, 16 days, and we still don't know who Daniel Bryan's opponent's going to be at Extreme Rules. Well, I don't. Let me just check. The card once again. But from what I understand, okay, it's going to be a what the fuck? You've got to be kidding me. I've just found out that Ziggler and Sheamus are going to be in a Kiss My Arse match. You got to be fucking kidding me. You have got to be fucking kidding me. Are you serious? Is this I don't fucking... That's an extreme... Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm fucking horrified. I can't... Are you serious? You had an opportunity to turn it into a street fight, a fucking hardcore rules match, a force count anywhere match, however you want to fucking call it, and you make it a Kiss My Arse match? Are you serious? I feel that... No. This should have been a street fight. This should have been a street fight. I'm horrified. I can't believe this is being booked as that kind of match. That's horrific. And you've got fucking Roman Reigns and Big Show in a last man standing match. That's fine. And that kind of puts a bullet point to that feud. But this fucking Sheamus Ziggler thing, it's a fucking insult. It's an insult to both of them. Who fucking made this feud? Vince. I feel that Vince has got a hand in this. Horrified. Absolutely horrified. Okay, let's look at the rest of this card. Yeah, so we know about the RKO's steel cage match. It's there's going to be, to the best of my knowledge, there's no stipulation put in place for the Extreme Rules match. So the Extreme Rules match between Paige and Nikki. So we know about the Russian Chain match. Yes, excuse me, apologies. The Yes Man versus the Bad News Man. But it doesn't say what the stipulation of that's going to be. Doesn't say. But that kind of feels like a sleep. I feel that's it's a feud that's been ignored. I don't. I just, to me, I've not heard anything about this feud. This is the first time I've seen this. I thought Barrett was going to challenge for the US title. So the fact that he's, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just don't like this card. I don't like this card. It's going to be on Sunday, and there's fuck all. Fine. Okay, let's move on before I can't even. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's just, I did say it's gonna be, it's a hard card to it's a hard card to do. After that, after WrestleMania. But there's two things I want to talk about quickly. On NXT, and the first one is the debut of Dana Brooke and the match between Rhino and Sami Zayn. I'm going to be honest with you, the Riley Owens match just seems booked to hell. That Owens is going to rotate, is going to beat the living. Well, he's going to win, but I've got a horrible feeling that someone in the back is saying, okay, but you've got to make fucking Riley look good. So it's I kind of feel that that Riley's going to get over in this feud. But it's going to Owens will retain. So I'm not too bothered that much about that match. But what I want to say quickly is the beginning, the start of I'm sorry, I'm trying to find her, but where is she? I can't even pause it. I'm terrified to pause it in case it just, there you go. Dana Brooke, to me, she kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. She kind of did this whole slutty kind of dance thing, and her match with Blue Pants, it kind of felt like Blue Pants was just carrying the whole of the match, and Dana, I mean, Blue Pants is a jobber, yes, but to me, Brooks didn't look all that impressive. She looked kind of awful, and she looked cumbersome, and she was too busy doing flips and stuff. And to be honest with you, I just didn't pay that much attention to the match. That match did nothing to hold my attention. So I really fear for Dana Brooke, and it's a shame because, like, I remember the hype of Dana when she was signed by the WWE. I believe this was 2 years ago, and to be honest with you, if it's been 2 years that she's been in development, when you have other people who debuted a lot in NXT quicker than she did, you kind of think to yourself, well, what the fuck is she doing there? Why the fuck was she in development for so long? And as I research her, 2013, 2 years ago, I remember the huge hype that was made about her. And she kind of just disappeared. Samoan Driver as a finisher, and that's fine. I mean, she executed that match, that move quite adequately, but she does nothing for me, and it's a shame. So let me just quickly talk about Sami Zayn and Rhino. Really great match. Great chemistry. I was one of the people who was very skeptical about Rhino coming to NXT, but then I noticed that the Brian Kendrick is also on the NXT roster, and I kind of feel like they're bringing in these old hats, so to speak, to to push the talent and to strengthen the talent. I really hope that we're going to get. I really hope that the old hats aren't interested in the strap. I feel that they would be better if they're not into that kind of consideration, and I kind of but I feel that there would be some nice things for the old hats to do. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna stop talking because it feels like I'm talking bollocks now. But thank you so much for listening to the first episode of Fox Spots. You may have noticed at the beginning that there wasn't a no sponsor thing, and that's because we found sponsors. I'm actually going to cut an advert for our sponsors, hopefully in the next couple of days. But in the meantime, I will try and post a link in the description for you to test out our new sponsors. Next week, there's not going to be much to talk about other than the final WWE products before Extreme Rules. So that'll be SmackDown and Raw, mostly Raw. There's going to be NXT Owens against Riley. I think we'll be talking more about the chemistry and how good Owens is going to make Alex Riley look. Also there's going to be a number one contendership match for the women's title. Bayley, Charlotte, and Becky Lynch. So I'll try to talk a bit about that. And also remember to follow me on Twitter, the Fox What, and use the hashtag Impact UK. That's Impact UK. We're going to be dissecting live the TNA product. We're going to be talking about it, and there's going to be a whole bunch of us, and I'd love you guys to join the conversation. So yeah, I shall see you guys on Sunday, and for everything in terms of Fox Spots next week. So yeah, see you then, and by next week